needs to be plugged into here.
It does, right? Okay, yeah.
And it needs to be.
Yeah,
There you go.
perfect.
That's the way to do it.
Haribol, everyone. Thank you again for coming to Bhagavata Sravanam. Today's lecture will be by Sundarnath Prabhu, who is our beloved leader in the community, who's very dear to Radhanath Swami, and he's also on the Bhakti Center Leadership Board. He single-handedly helped save the Bhakti Center from a very precarious financial situation. We're so grateful to him. He's an amazing preacher and teacher, and today we are so fortunate to be able to hear from him. So let's give a big warm Haribol to Sundarnath Prabhu. Haribol!
Hare Krishna. So we begin prayers. Shri Gurupam Sarvajata Sadhana Amritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lalita Shri Shakamritam Shra Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschavadeshakarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurandi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasani Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining this morning. So today we are here to discuss two personalities. One is devotee Indra and another is demon Putrasura. They both are bitter enemies and they fought each other. This comes in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam has 12 cantos. So when Krishna left this material world 5,000 years ago, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, then Kali entered. So at that time, Krishna, the sages of Naimisharanya, they were doing sacrifice for the benefit of all the humanity. So they asked the question. One question is the first canto it comes that after Krishna left, where did Dharma take shelter? So then the Goswami answers that it's in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam appeared as the literary incarnation of Lord. So Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. This Bhagavatam has 10 topics. So each canto covers different topics. So this about Indra and Rudrasura comes in 6th canto. The 6th canto is discusses a topic called Poshana. Poshana means protection or nourishment. So how Lord protects his devotees and nourishes his devotees. The 6th canto is also considered these 12 cantos of Bhagavatam is different parts of body of Krishna, they signify. The first canto and second canto starts from the 2 feet of Krishna all the way till 10th canto, the smiling face of Krishna, like that. So this 6th canto is considered as the chest of Krishna. So this devotees, this canto describes how devotees tend to make some mistakes. Some accidents happen in devotees' lives, and how Krishna protects them, how Krishna nourishes them. The 6th canto starts with Ajamila. You know, if you have heard about Ajamila, how Ajamila did a mistake and then how he was protected. Then comes about the narration of Indra, Indra's mistakes. Indra is the king of all demigods. He has the heavenly kingdom, the king there, and he is ruling heavenly planets, and all the demigods control different aspects of this material world. So he is the king, practically the most powerful person in the material world, in administrative role. So he has at disposal, a lot of power and lot of enjoyment and all. So Indra is a post actually. So anybody does 100 sacrifices, so he gets that post of Indra. So Indra is also in anxiety always, because anybody else, any person does 100 sacrifices, they can take away his post. So because of that anxiety and all, he has a lot of enemies and he makes a lot of enemies and he has a lot of mistakes. So he was attached to his post to rule the heavenly kingdoms, because he gets a lot of enjoyment, a lot of heavenly damsels and all the facilities he has. So one day he is in his courtroom, he is enjoying various damsels dancing and nice music and all, etc. The very pinnacle enjoyment was, and then he's having this somaras and all. So performance going on and all. So Indra is absorbed in that. So at that time, his guru, his spiritual master, Brahaspati, enters the assembly. He was not expected at that time. Because Indra has, he's a devotee, he's a Lord's devotee, but his day is organized in different time slots. So he has some time for bhakti and some time for enjoyment, like that. Like, many devotees do that. So like that, Indra is organized that. So he came in this time when he is in full enjoyment mode. So his spiritual master entered. Now Indra didn't know what to do. He is fully relishing his enjoyment in seeing the beautiful dances of different damsels. And then he sees spiritual master entering. So he just ignores his spiritual master entering. So his spiritual master sees that Indra just ignored him, and then his spiritual master leaves the place. Immediately after his spiritual master Brahaspati leaves the place, Indra realizes, oh, I made a mistake. The great personality has arrived and honored him or respected him. So I neglected him. Neglect is kind of an offense, and especially a superior or spiritual master, because of Brihaspati only, because Brihaspati engages all the demigods and Indra and all to different sacrifices so that they can maintain their positions. So through him only they are able to maintain their positions, but because he is so immersed in the enjoyment that he neglected. Like sometimes we are also immersed in something watching on the YouTube or something like that. We have some important things to do, we just neglect. So like that Indra just neglected spiritual master. That's an offense. So there are three types of offenses a devotee can do. One is through mind, like neglecting somebody or like that. Through mind it is, or thinking bad about a devotee or like that. And the second type is through words, speaking ill about devotees, other devotee exalted personalities. The third is physical offense, like by attacking physically or by even to the extent of killing. Three types of offenses. So Indra committed this first offense of neglect his spiritual master. As soon as he committed that offense, he immediately felt bad. He started seeing that, oh, I did an offense, how to rectify this? So Indra always has constant enemies, the demons, who are always keeping an eye, their spies are there in heavenly planets. So they knew immediately understood that Indra committed an offense, his power will be diminished now because there is no one to help him to perform sacrifices. Because he committed his offense and spiritual master disappeared. So Indra and all the demigods, they searched everywhere. In the whole heavenly planets, where is Brihaspati to go and seek forgiveness from him? But Brihaspati nowhere to be found. He just completely disappeared. So then demons took that opportunity that now demigods are weaker in their position, so that they attacked the demigods, and the demigods lost their positions, and demons occupied all the heavenly planets. So when the leader or the king commits a mistake, then everybody has to suffer. So Indra did a small mistake, he neglected this spiritual master, and all demigods, they became homeless practically. They were wandering. So all the demigods like that. So in this pitiable situation, all the demigods with Indra, they approach Brahma to ask, what is the remedy? What can we do? We lost everything. So then Indra also with very remorseful attitude, he approaches Brahmaji. So Brahma instructs him that, first he chastises him. How can you commit an offense like that to your own guru? Because guru is to worship non-different from the Lord. Yasa prasada, Bhagavad prasada. It is said on the one, so he is guru, and the Lord is priest. So how can you commit that offense? So you cannot rectify that until you seek forgiveness from Brihaspati, but in the meantime, what you do is to approach a very great Brahmana named Vishwarup. So you approach him, you all demigods, and then he will perform sacrifices for you. Request him to perform sacrifices for you, and he will perform. But only one thing is, this Vishwarup, he is the son of Twashta, who is treated demigods also, but his mother is related to demons. This Vishwarup has a tendency to help demons also. You need to tolerate that. Brahmaji tells Indra and all demigods. Because demigods, they are so much in need of someone to perform these sacrifices so that they can regain their positions. The small print which Brahmaji says that be careful, you just have to tolerate Vishwarup's helping demons. They forget that, they say, oh, okay, we'll go there, they approach Vishwarup, and then they request him, please, can you perform sacrifices for us? Vishwarup agrees, and then he starts performing sacrifices for demigods. And then he's offering all the oblations of the sacrifice to each demigod So this is going on. But the sacrifices are performed by reciting mantras. So Vishwarup would recite Om Indraya Swaha, and then in the mind or in very low voice he would chant another mantra. So secretly he is performing oblations to demons also. He would perform one oblation to one demigod, then Om Indraya, Om Agnaya Swaha, then another demigod's name, and then he would recite another demon's name, and then he would give some oblation to demons also. So this was going on. So then Indra and demigod got some doubt, what is this? He has he recites some mantras in his low voice. What is this? So they want to find out. Then Indra appoints some of his agents, and they find out that Vishwarup is secretly offering the oblations to demons. So Indra immediately gets angry that how can you, with all our ingredients and all, you are offering oblations to our enemies? Demons, they also become powerful. And they will come and attack us and again take our positions. So Indra becomes very angry. He comes and cuts off the head of Vishwarup. So this is the third above offense Indra does, is to kill a Vaishnava, a Brahmana. So because of that offense, again he loses everything. Our Indra and all demigods. Also, when Vishwarup was approached, before he started performing sacrifices, Vishwarup gives them a protection to all the demigods. Protection called Narayana Kavacha. It comes in the 6th canto of 8th chapter. There are a series of verses of different names of Narayana to be chanted to seek protection to ourselves or to anyone whom we love or whom we care about. If there are any difficulties, this Narayana Kavacha is a series of like some 20 verses of that Srimad Bhagavatam. If one recites those, so a shield of Narayan one can wear with that verses. And the shield of Narayan is there, nothing can penetrate that shield, and protection is offered. So devotees sometimes recite this Narayana Kavacha. It's very famous it comes in the 8th chapter, you can refer later in 6th canto. Also can do it's available on YouTube and other places. So sometimes you feel that you need some protection from sickness or anything like that. It's very powerful. This Narayana Kavacha it offers protection. So demigods were reciting this every day, and then they were getting this protection, and then they were taking Vishwarup's help to offer oblations. But now Indra killed Vishwarup. So because of that offense, so again demigods understood that, demons understood, he killed Vishwarup, Indra is going to lose their position. In the meantime, when Vishwarup is killed, his father, Swashta, he becomes very angry. How can Indra kill my son? My son offered to protect them when they were not having nobody to help them for their sacrifices. How can he kill my son? So his father becomes very angry and he wanted to seek revenge. Vishwarup's father, Swashta. He performed a fire sacrifice. And then he wanted to create a personality who can kill Indra. Because Brahmanas, they actually don't engage in the warfare and killing and all. Brahmanas. They have these mystic powers by which they can create personalities, or they can do some things which they don't directly engage. Like Kshatriyas engage in the warfare. But they're very equally powerful like Kshatriyas earlier. So he performs a fire sacrifice, and then he recites some verses, some mantras to create a personality to kill Indra. But because he is in such an angry mood to take revenge of his son, that while reciting mantras, one place he mispronounces a mantra. So he's performing the sacrifice to create a person who can kill Indra. But the result, what happens is, because of that mispronunciation, a personality is born who will be killed by Indra. It's just one place, instead of he's reciting Indra Shatru Vivardhana, he should recite, instead of that he says Indra Shatro Vivardhana. Just little long, one syllable he pronounces in a long way. Because of that the whole meaning got changed. That means that a personality will be born who will be enemy of Indra and Indra will kill him. That meaning comes out. And because of that, this big demon appeared, Krutrasura. So these Vedic mantras are like that. Little mispronunciation leads to completely different meaning. And also to chant these mantras, we need to have so many qualifications also to pronounce that particular, because it's related to ether. The mantras, they influence the ether. Ether is a very powerful subtle element among the 5 elements. And then with ether, these mantras will act. So for that vibration is very important. That's why many brahmanas come together and chant that powerful these mantras in a particular way. But in Kali Yuga now, nobody has that type of capacity. So these sacrifices are forbidden. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and then he is giving this Hare Krishna mantra he gave us, which doesn't have any that type of limitations. So Nam Nam Akari Nija Sarva Shakti. So in the second verse of Shastakam, so Mahaprabhu is telling that we can chant this mantra anytime and anywhere. And there is no offense, there is still the effect will be there. But this Hare Krishna mantra also in the scriptures, it starts with Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That is in the Upanishad mantra, it is. And that has to be chanted in a particular same way, it has to be chanted in a particular pronunciation. But Mahaprabhu came and then said that in the Kali Yuga, nobody is there to chant like that. So he switched that mantra around. He started with Hare Krishna first. And then he has imbibed the potency of love of God into this mantra and distributed freely, without considering any offense. So we chant Hare Krishna mantra, but there is sort of mispronunciation. Sometimes we skip some words in the mantra, sometimes we are doing different things and all. But still Krishna understands, and Mahaprabhu has given that. So though the offense is there, but still there is offense by chanting Hare Krishna mantra also. We have offenses on the holy names. But still the effect will be there. But these mantras, Vedic mantras, when chant, it will have complete opposite effect. So because of this Vishwarupa is born, who is supposed to kill Indra, but it turns out that now Indra will kill. But Vishwarupa is when he born, his personality is touching like 3 worlds. The sky is touching, person touching sky. He's very huge, gigantic personality. And a very angry mood comes from that fire. And then immediately, he along with the demons, they attack the demigods and Indra to avenge killing of his brother. So Vishwarupa is brother, Krutrasura's brother. So they attack Indra to kill him. So Krutrasura also is a devotee in previous life. In previous life his name is Chitraketu. So his narration also comes in the same 6th canto. So Chitraketu is a king on this planet at that time. So he has thousands of wives, but he didn't have any children. Though he has an opulent kingdom, Chitraketu was always unhappy, was miserable because he didn't have any children. Because for him, he wants to pass on his kingdom to his children so that his progeny continues. That's the king always has anxiety. So Chitraketu didn't have any children. Though he married thousands of wives, he never got any children. So he's always in anxiety, miserable condition. Once the great sage Angira comes to see Chitraketu Maharaj and his kingdom. So when properly respecting Angira Muni, sage Angira, Chitraketu Maharaj inquires from him, satisfying him and all. So he inquires from him and asks him that, to give him a boon to have a child. Chitraketu Maharaj. So Angira, being satisfied by Chitraketu, he gives a boon that okay, you will get a child. But the child will be source of jubilation as well as lamentation. Chitraketu Maharaj was happy that okay, I'll at least get a child. Jubilation is what I need. Lamentation, maybe the child will be naughty, he will give me some misery, but that's okay. So then Angira Muni performs sacrifice, and that from sacrifice, the fruit of that sacrifice he gives to Chitraketu Maharaj. And Chitraketu gives that fruit to his wife Kritadyuti, and from her wife Kritadyuti, a child is born, and he is named as Harshasho. So when this child is born, Chitraketu Maharaj becomes very happy. So Chitraketu spends all the time with his child and his beautiful wife Kritadyuti, always immersed in the happiness with his child. Seeing this, the other queens of Chitraketu, they become envious. That why this Chitraketu is spending only attention to Kritadyuti, not us. So they become very envious, and then their intelligence get lost. And then they devise a plan to kill the child. Because the child has come, since the child has come, this king has neglected us, so let's kill the child. They poison him and kill this child. Then this Chitraketu becomes very miserable, starts lamenting that the only child I have is lost. So at that time again Angira Muni comes and Narada Muni comes, and then gives him spiritual knowledge. That this world is temporary and bodies are temporary and soul is eternal, like the spiritual knowledge give. And then Narada Muni, even with his mystic power, he makes a dead child alive. And then he asks this child that, why are you leaving your parents and going? You are still so young you are. And this dead child who is alive now, he speaks, which parents you are talking about? I am passing through so many bodies. Like how a merchant, a gold goes through so many merchants' hand. So these parents of which parent I should go to? These parents or other parents, so many parents I already had. So like that he also speaks philosophy with his child. Then Chitraketu Maharaj, he realizes I should not be so much attached. Whatever the Lord's plan, I should endeavor, and whatever Lord's plan, I should just surrender to it. So he becomes purified, and then he engages in devotion service. Because Narada Muni gives him a mantra to chant, and then with the chanting this mantra, he purifies himself, Chitraketu. And then he is elevated to heavenly planets, Chitraketu Maharaj. He becomes the king of Vidyadharas. And then there he performs devotion service. And then he comes to meet Lord Ananta. And then he offers prayers to Ananta and he gets blessings from Lord Ananta, who is Vishnu form. And then he is performing devotion service like that. So one day when Chitraketu Maharaj, when he is traveling in the airways in his airplane, along with other damsels, Vidyadharas, Charmas, like that, he sees that among the hills of near Kailash, Lord Shiva is speaking, is giving a class on Supreme Lord. And many sages are all sitting. Here is from Lord Shiva. On his lap, Mother Parvati is sitting to hear also Lord Shiva when he is speaking. Chitraketu Maharaj sees in the airplane and he laughs at it. So his meaning of laughing was that how great is Lord Shiva that he is speaking on this absolute truth and is not affected by Mother Parvati who is sitting on his lap. So in that happiness he laughs, but Mother Parvati takes it as an offense. He thinks that why is he laughing at my husband? And Mother Parvati takes an offense, he misunderstands, and then she curses Chitraketu to become a demon. And then Chitraketu comes down there and he begs forgiveness. Mother Parvati, my laughing was not intent to insult Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is worshipable for me also. I'm just glorifying him. And then he says, though Chitraketu Maharaj has the ability to counter curse or to curse Parvati, because he was not a mistake, he doesn't do that. He accepts the curse and he says, no, whatever Lord's plan, no, I'm ready to follow. So at that time, Lord Shiva glorifies how a devotee of Lord, Vaishnava, it doesn't matter in which situation he is in. So it doesn't matter in which situation he is in, whether he is in a heavenly planet or hellish planet, whether in a devotee body or a demon body, he is always serving the Lord. So Lord Shiva glorifies, and all the sages there, they all glorify about the great quality of Chitraketu. This changed Chitraketu becomes Rudrasura here. When Vashta performed this sacrifice to kill the personality for who can kill Indra, so this personality is Rudrasura, he becomes. He is a very big personality. This Rudrasura, when he is born only from the fire sacrifice, he has this red eyes and his body is like copper, color of copper with hair and all. And demonic personality is very angry and he is practically touching the sky and very huge, and just by his walking, the earth was shivering. And by his roar, the mountains were shaking. So he attacks the demigods. So seeing Rudrasura coming and attacking, he's coming to attack Indra. He understands that that he won't be able to face this demon Rudrasura. So he goes to Lord Vishnu to take shelter. Indra goes to Vishnu. So he already killed Vishwarup. That's another sin. So that's why he goes to Vishnu also to what to do. And Lord Vishnu, they all pray to Lord Vishnu, all demigods, to save them. They pray that, my dear Lord, we come to your shelter. Ultimately, you are the shelter of everyone. They pray. If somebody thinks that that they can take shelter of any other personality, any other demigod, it's like catching the tail of a dog to swim over an ocean. So the demigod, they themselves compare themselves to dogs because they say that so you are the ultimate personality who can give us shelter to anybody. So we have come to your shelter because of our offenses and because of we are in a dangerous situation that Rudrasura will come and kill us. So please help us. So Lord Vishnu, he is Yatamam Prapartante, as Krishna says, that I reward whoever approaches me for that one. So as demigods are approaching him to seek protection from demons, so Vishnu instructs them that this time you go to Dadichi, father of Tvashta. Tvashta created this demon. You go to his father, Dadichi. Dadichi is a great sage who actually composed Narayana Kavacha and gave to Tvashta, and then that came to Vishwarup, and Vishwarup gave to demigods. So you are protected by Narayana Kavacha, but go to Dadichi and ask him for his bones. Mystic he is, ascetic. Because of his austerities, his body is very strong. His bones are very strong, his body is very strong. If you take that bones, then Vishwakarma can create a weapon with that bones, a very strong weapon, by which you can kill Rudrasura. But while going to Dadichi, go with Ashwani Kumaras. Keep Ashwani Kumaras in the front and go and approach him. Because Ashwani Kumaras are very much inclined, are very much loved by Dadichi Rishi. Because once Ashwani Kumaras, they approached Dadichi Rishi the Rishi says, for transcendental knowledge. So at that time, the Rishi said, I am busy in performing a sacrifice, now you come back later. So Ashwini Kumaras said, okay, we'll come back later, and they leave. Indra comes to know that Ashwini Kumaras went to the Rishi to learn the transcendental knowledge of Lord Krishna. And then Indra didn't like it. He comes to the Rishi and says that the Rishi don't teach them transcendental knowledge. Because they are heavenly physicians, Ashwini Kumaras are physicians. So if they learn the transcendental knowledge, they'll stop their physician duty. I'm afraid. So don't teach them transcendental knowledge. If you teach without disobeying my order, I'll sever your head. I'll kill you. In that case, what we'll do is we have a solution. We will now cut your head and then put a horse head. And you teach us the transcendental knowledge through the head of a horse, because we'll do a horse sacrifice and then we'll put a head of horse. You teach the transcendental knowledge with the horse head, and then Indra will come to know, and then he will come and cut your head, the horse head will be gone, then we will keep your head aside, we'll restore it. Because we are physicians, we know very well how to do these things, the transplantation. So they offered him this one. So then, the Rishi agrees for that. Rishi has faith on Ashwini Kumar's physician. Nowadays, who have so much of faith on physicians? We consult and we have a second consultation, second opinion, and third opinion to do any surgery or anything like that. So then the same thing happens. That Ashwini Kumaras first cuts his head and puts a horse head, and then he gives transcendental knowledge. Indra comes and cuts off his head. But then Ashwini Kumar again restores his original head. The Rishi becomes very much pleased by Ashwini Kumaras, because they want to learn transcendental knowledge, and at the same time, he's saved also from Indra. So when Ashwini Kumaras come and ask anything, he's ready to give. So Indra approaches Ashwini Kumaras, because Ashwini Kumaras are demigods, cities. They are also affected by this. So Ashwini Kumaras, they all go and ask the Rishi to give his bones. Now, how can you give your bones? And you have to give up the body, right? Just cannot. It's not like a tree that you can give a branch and then still the tree survives. He needs all his bones. So the Rishi first, he wants to test demigods. He says, how can one give up one's body so dear? We have this body only to which we can enjoy. Then demigod starts preaching to the Rishi that yes, the body is there to enjoy, but this body is a vehicle also. We need to use this body to serve others and to the welfare of others. When this greater cause is there and so many are involved, it's better to sacrifice our body and all like that. Demigods preach the Rishi. But then the Rishi becomes pleased and he says, I was just testing, I know this, but I just wanted to hear from you all some transcendental knowledge. So that you can, it's for your own sake, now you are speaking, it will apply to you only. But I know this is Lord's plan. I know that Lord has told you this to do this. I am very happy to give up my body for the welfare of all of you, to get back your kingdom and to fight Utrasura. So he goes into a meditation, yogic trance, and the Rishi gives up his body at his will. And he says that, what is the use, if one does not serve other devotees and always be selfish, then there is no point in just practice of all these years. So I have got this opportunity to serve Lord's plan, so I am happy to give up this body. So he goes in trance and then he gives up his body. With his body, Vishwakarma, he makes a weapon with his bones, the weapon of thunderbolt. It's a very powerful weapon, very strong weapon. So equipped with this weapon, Indra and all the demigods, they face Utrasura. Now this great battle is described in 10th chapter in 6th canto, how this battle took place. So Dhritarashtra with all his demons. So first all the demons, they showered so many mystic weapons on demigods. Thousands of arrows they shower on they shower on demigods. That practically the whole sky gets covered with all their weapons, the demons' weapons. But demigods, they were protected with Narayana Kavacha. And they have with their own weapons, they nullify all the weapons of demons. And demons' weapons becomes helpless. They can't do anything to demigods. And the demons become fearful. This battle is led by Dhritarashtra, the king of the demons. And all the demons become afraid that our weapons are not acting. These demigods, they are not acting on them. Demigods could nullify all their weapons. They become fearful, and then they want to run away from the battlefield. So many demons start running away from the battlefield because their weapons are not getting affected. They are not affected. Seeing this, Dhritarashtra, he says, now what kind of lives you are living? Demons, you should fight. Your dharma is to fight. And Kshatriya, and battlefield comes. Why running away? You are cowards. Better to die on battlefield, a glorious death, and attain heavenly kingdoms or attain a higher position, than running away like cowards. Dhritarashtra says there are two types of death that are glorious. One is to die facing enemy and attain a higher position. Another is die remembering the Lord and attain the spiritual kingdom. So you got this opportunity here, you will never get spiritual kingdom opportunity. Only demons. So why don't you use this opportunity? So, but still many demons are running away from the battle. And seeing them running away, demigods followed them and they were killing them from the back. And then Dhritarashtra chastises demigods also. What kind of demigods you are? Your enemy is running away and you are following behind them and then you are killing them. Where is your righteousness has gone? When enemy is showing his back, you cannot kill him. So he is chastising. So Dhritarashtra, even in adversities, he is upholding dharma. Though he is in adversity, his whole kingdom is there. His all demons are running away. And then everybody doing mistakes there, but Dhritarashtra, he is upholding his dharma and then he is following the principles. And then he says, if you all don't want to fight, okay, I will fight myself. And then he says, no, Indra, come, we will fight. I know you have this thunderbolt, but still, I will show you my power because you killed my brother, Vishwarup. And then Indra, seeing Dhritarashtra speaking like this, Indra takes his club and throws at Dhritarashtra. His mighty club, Indra's club. Dhritarashtra easily catches his club with his left hand, and then with his left hand he throws back at Indra. And this club comes and hits Indra's elephant Airavata, and Airavata fell down. It fell back 14 yards and it fell down bleeding. Airavata. Indra also fell with Airavata. But Dhritarashtra, seeing that Indra has fallen, he doesn't attack immediately. He wants Indra to get up again on his carrier. He waits for Indra to get up again. Because when an enemy is not in a position to defend you or attack you, you cannot attack that enemy. So Dhritarashtra again follows the dharma. And then Indra seeing that Dhritarashtra is waiting for him, he gets up with his nectar producing hand, he touches Airavata and Airavata's wound gets healed, and again he climbs on Airavata. At this time Indra takes his thunderbolt and he attacks Dhritarashtra and chops off his right hand. So still Dhritarashtra again attacks with his trident to Indra. With his trident he attacks. This time when he attacked with his trident with his left hand, Indra fell again from Airavata. This time when he fell down, his thunderbolt weapon also fell somewhere. So he fell down without his weapon. And then Indra becomes very morose. He loses faith. My God, this demon is not ordinary demon, I can't defeat him. He completely loses faith. And he becomes morose and he gets up and then he doesn't know what to do. So at that time Rudravaza says, hey Indra, pick up your weapon and fight with me. I know you have been given this weapon by Vishnu, has arranged it to you. I know I will get killed. But why are you so morose? Have faith in the weapon. Have faith in Vishnu. He preaches to Indra. Indra wants to give up the battle at this point. He wants, because he sees the power of Rudrasura. Though he had this weapon, he doesn't want to kill. He wants to give up the battle. But Rudrasura says, pick up this weapon and then attack me. That way, you will win this war and you will gain heavenly kingdoms, and I will die and I will go back to spiritual world to be with my Lord. So he offers beautiful prayers there. That's we say in this 11th canto, 11th chapter of this 6th canto. So beautifully he tells how that he wants to go and be with Lord, like how a small bird is waiting for its mother to bring some food in the nest, or how a calf is waiting for a cow to drink its milk. And then he further says that that how a wife is waiting for husband to be with her. Because in the earlier, a bird waiting for his mother, there is some waiting is there for deities. There is some expectation is there. But a husband, a wife waiting for a husband who has gone for long trip, she doesn't have any expectation. He just wants to be with her husband. So like that, he says that I'm waiting for Lord to be with Lord. I don't have any expectations. So just pick up your weapon and kill me. But Indra doesn't get faith. So like that, with us also, we have the weapon of holy name, the weapon of all the devotees association, kirtan and all. So we need to have faith that we will, when we use this weapon to fight in our fight against this material existence or Maya. So with this weapon, we should have faith that we will be able to conquer the influence of the material world and able to perform our devotion service. So we should have that faith. But time to time we lose that faith and we try to take shelter of other. We try to take shelter of other things other than these, the mantras given to us, other than our spiritual practices. So this our practices are given by our gurus, our acharyas. So we need to have that faith that by daily performing our spiritual practices, we will perfect our life. We will be able to go back to Godhead. So we should have that faith. So this Rudrasura is, though he is a demon, he is preaching to Indra that have faith. Come on, get up and fight. And then that way you will win and I'll go back to Godhead. So then Indra takes courage and he again goes and picks up his thunderbolt weapon. He again attacks and chops off his other hand, the left hand too. So at this point, Rudrasura doesn't give up. He said that it's my duty to fight because I have appeared I took this birth as demon to kill Indra, so I'll try my best. He didn't have any hand, he can't pick up any weapon. All he does is he jumps forward with his mouth open, wide mouth open. When he opens his mouth, it's like touching the sky. And he jumps forward towards Indra and then he swallows Indra. And then he swallows Indra because then Indra is gone into the belly of Rudrasura. But because Indra has this Narayana Kavacha, nothing happens to him. He stays in the belly. And Uttarasurya sees that, okay, I have done my job. I appeared to kill Indra, to destroy him. I have swallowed him now. And then Uttarasura sees, he remembers his Lord, and then he goes into a trance, as if he is dead. But Indra goes in the belly of Uttarasura with his thunderbolt weapon. He pierces his belly and comes out. Still, now Uttarasura is sitting there lifeless. He is in a yogic samadhi, siddhi samadhi, without his limbs, with his hands are cut off, and he's sitting there, and his abdomen is pierced, he has come out of that. He's sitting lifeless, but Indra becomes afraid that what if again he gets up, again he gets up and attacks me. So he takes his thunderbolt and he wants to cut off his head, Uttarasura's head. And then he throws his thunderbolt to cut off Uttarasura's head. But because Uttarasura is in this yogic trance, his head has become so stiff, his body has become so stiff, he already left his body, but his body is so stiff that the thunderbolt weapon took whole 1 year to cut his head. This weapon was going round circles around his neck for whole 1 year to cut his head. After 1 year, his head fell off. Then Indra sees, okay, I am happy. Now this demon is dead. But our acharyas, our spiritual masters say that who actually won this battle? Indra won this battle, yes. He killed Uttarasura. But what is the result of this battle? He's still in the same place, heavenly kingdom. He's still with the anxieties that who will come and when the demons will come and attack me and take up my kingdom. And he's still rotting in this material world. In that he killed this demon, Uttarasura, and he did so many mistakes, killing Vishwarup, like that. So he actually lost the battle. Though he is a devotee, a demigod, he is king of the demigods. Though he is devotee, because of his attachment for being the king of heavens, he won the battle, but in one sense he lost everything. Because these are the same thing, he is still in the material world. But Uttarasura, he is a demon body. Demon means who doesn't believe in the Supreme Lord, who doesn't accept the injunctions of the Lord. They are against the Lord. Though he is a demon body, Uttarasura followed all the dharmic principles. In the war, everybody else was not following, but he followed. And then he had full faith in the Lord, and he was ready to give up his body. And he was longing to give up his body to be with the Supreme Lord. Because Uttarasura in previous life is Chitraketu Maharaj. Like we discussed, we just heard how Chitraketu Maharaj has perfected his life. But because of some small mistake, not one mistake it is, and Mother Parvati covered him. So even though he is in a demon body, he didn't give up his devotional service to Lord. So even the circumstances change, great devotees, they don't change their devotional service. They don't change their service to Lord. In our lives also so many circumstances keep changing. Sometimes good is there, some bad is there. So when something bad happens, generally we tend to blame Krishna. Because I did what is wrong I did. Why am I suffering? When good happens, we forget Krishna. We are so much enjoying the good things. We forget Krishna and we give the credit to ourselves. It is me who did this and I got this result. When something bad happens, we tend to blame Krishna. What wrong I did? But the devotees like Uttarasura, he is not seeing which situation. In all situations, he is following dharma and then the purpose and want to please the Lord. The Lord has a plan. Lord wants Indra to rule because Indra wants it and he wants to reciprocate. And Uttarasura cooperated with that. So, though he is lost in the war, but actually he gained the spiritual kingdom. So it's being person. That's why he is glorified in this Bhagavatam. That he is a great. He actually won everything. Though he lost the war, he won the spiritual kingdom. So like that, this first time ends here. Then again, it further in the canto, sixth canto, it goes how Indra also gets purified. He performs. The Diti is there. Another whole pastime comes where Diti and Indra they worship Lord Vishnu and purifies, and he also gets purified. This whole sixth canto talks about devotees making some mistakes, but Lord lovingly, an affectionate father, takes care of the devotees. Chitraketu Maharaj did a mistake, he was attached to his son, and then Indra did mistakes, he also gets purified. Ajamel did mistake, he also gets purified. So as long as a devotee doesn't give up his spiritual practice, doesn't give up the shelter of Lord, so any mistake a devotee does, Lord takes care. That is the nature of Lord. He protects the devotees. He is always with devotee, protects them. Because there a tendency to commit mistakes is there, no matter how advanced one devotee is. But sometimes mistakes happen, accidents happen. But Lord doesn't give up. Lord is there always to protect the devotees. So in all situations, a devotee should also never give up his service to Lord or his practices. That's what we learn from all these personalities in sixth canto. So as long as if one is still attached to our own things, our own enjoyment, our positions and our things, then Lord will reciprocate like that. But if one takes that step, that Lord, I just want you, I just want to serve you. So anything, our shortcomings, our lackings, Lord provides. Bhagavad Krishna says that, that I provide what my devotees lack. So with that, we will end here. Almost 12:30. So anything to share, anything? I have a couple of minutes.
I thought that point was interesting in that the Asuras are making weapons to destroy, and the weapons that are given from the Lord are weapons of protection. And different type of weapon versus being an aggressor, it's a defender. And I was wondering if you could speak on that a little bit, of the weapons that the Lord gives us always defensively.
These weapons, like I said, they come from mantras, chanting with mantras. We don't have that ability. One weapon we have now is the Hare Krishna mantra. That has Lord has given for us, Kali-yuga for now, Kali-yuga. So we just have to use that weapon right now for everything. Anything and everything we just chant with Hare Krishna mantra. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Ah, good.